Hi Stampers! Today we're going to learn how to make this dahlia fold. It's not complicated, but you need nimble fingers. Let's get started. To make the flowers, you will need 3 1 3/4 inch circles and 2 1 1/2 inch circles. I've already cut this one out and sponged it, and I'm sponging this in Watermelon Wonder. So you just take the sponge around the edge, and you want to sponge both sides. You don't even need to re-ink it once you get going on it. It holds the ink pretty well. Okay, now it's not the hard part, it's just hard to show. I'll start with the bigger one. First thing you do is fold it in half. And if you want to use a bone folder, you can. Okay, and I'll fold this one in half. Then you will take the bottom part here and fold it, leave the point here, and fold it in so you get a little lip, like so. And you'll flip it over and bring this one to the center as well. So you want to have enough of this edge is the edge of the center. The next step is opening it up, and I'm going to draw a line on here just for reference so you can see what I'm doing. So this corner needs to hit the center. So you will fold that in half so that the center meets the center, and these little flaps like to get stuck underneath. Just sort of lift it out. And here's the other one. So I'm taking this edge and putting it toward the center on that little mark. And that's all there is to it. I'll show you again. You'll take this edge, pointy in the bottom of it, like so. Flip it over. Do the same thing. Again, I'll mark it for you so you can see where it is. And then flip this edge to the center, like so. And you can see that I'm pulling out this flap a little bit so that it doesn't get stuck. If it does, you just pull it out, like that. So I have the rest of these completed. Now we're going to stamp the white part right here that they'll go on. I'm using Everyday Eleanor stamp set, and it's a two-parter in the clear. We're using Mossy Meadow, and I just put my finger in the ink. Stamp it up. It's a large stamp, so you want to stamp it laying the block down and the ink goes on top. Have to get a wipe first. Okay. Alright. And this little piece. And then you'll just sort of center it onto the white. Doesn't have to be exact. Okay. That sure didn't turn out so good. Let's do that again. Okay, let's try it again. There, that's better. Next we'll take the piece that was run through the Big Shot using the Lots of Labels framelits. And we did that in Mossy Meadow. And here's the opening. And we'll place some adhesive on the back, just around the edges. And we'll center it we'll center the white piece into here. Now as you can see, it's off a little bit, but that's okay. We're just going to trim that off because that's the back. I'm just going to trim it off. You could use a Stamp-A-Majig to make it exact, but it really isn't necessary. There we go. And then we can attach that to the card. And I'm using Watermelon Wonder Base. Like so. Now to attach the flowers, we'll take the 3 big ones and just put a little adhesive on the back. Place it so that it's sort of in between this little piece here, like that. And then the next one will go right next to it. Lift this up and make sure that these two match up. So this line will match up. Set it down. And then the third one, same thing. Lift this up. These match up, like so. And then I just push this one down and this one over so that it has like a center right here. And then on the smaller flowers, for the buds, you just set them anywhere so that they kind of swirly. They don't have to be on one specific part of it. And we'll put this one here. Yeah, we'll stick it over there. Okay. Now for the little bottom of the flower, we have this piece left over from the framelit. So I'm using the 1 1/4 inch scallop punch and just cutting it right in the center so that you can use this for another project. Okay, then we're going to cut this in half. Cut it in half. So the bottom of the scallops to bottom of the scallop. Cut out 1, 2, 3 tops to the center, and a 4, and one more 3. Like that. And then you just discard this one. Put a little adhesive on the 4, and that goes on here for the big one. Just sort of set it down a little bit below the bottom of the flower so it doesn't look like it's just hanging out. Like that. And like that. The last part is just the sentiment. I'm using Sending Wishes Your Way from the Butterfly Basic set. I have dimensionals on the back, and I use the large oval punch. And just set it right here. And that's it. Thanks for watching and have a great day.